Welcome back to a series of short sessions with Barry, Director of Iden Money.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Well, there's been some interesting news and a lot of dramatic changes within the financial sector. Great news for first home buyers. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
That's sensational news for first home buyers. It's really good to see the government taking this action. They've increased the grants substantially and they really are saying to first home buyers, get out there and purchase your first home now.
So can you give us a bit of detail about what the Australian government's now pledged to do for first home buyers in the Australian marketplace?
The $7,000 grant has gone to $14,000 if you're buying in an existing property, but to $21,000 if you're buying something new, which is a construction or an existing unit or villa or townhouse. That's a lot of money, $21,000, and that will make a lot of first home buyers very happy to hear that news.
Now those grants were made effective immediately, but they do have a deadline on them.
They do. They're available immediately, but they have a timeline of between now and June 30 next year. In addition to that, there is a limit, I understand, of 20,000 available. But June 30 is the more critical time frame because I think you'll find that that will come sooner than the 20,000.
So for first homeowners, it's great news with the recent rate reduction, and now on top of that, they're getting the additional, whether it be 7,000 or even if it's 21,000 grants straight away. That's a huge saving over the first 12 months of any life of a loan.
Well, in addition, what it means is that they don't have to borrow as much, and that's a good thing because, I mean, everyone's been through that experience of buying their first home and you always find you're hanging on by the skin of your teeth. You really do have to get in there and hang on and get on the ride. If you've got an additional $14,000 which you hadn't planned, that's a significant saving, and that's a lot less borrowings from your point of view. So
those first homeowners grants, though, just so people do understand, can be used for mortgage insurance, it could be used for legal fees, it could be used for things like that, rather than just saying, hey, I've got this money. Its purpose, I suppose, where we're coming from is the fact that it can pay for additional costs they may not have been ready for.
It's part of the total package that you will need to get into your first home, so it's a significant contribution, yes.
Although it'd be nice to have a new plasma TV or something along the way as well.
Well, let's get the roof over your head first.
This is very true. Now, when they're applying for this home buyers grant, they come to Iden, they do an application. They can apply through you at the time they're getting their home loan?
Yes, and that would be the appropriate thing to do because we do need to get the approval for the grant at the same time.
Well, that's fantastic. So it's a case this weekend, if people do want to speak to you, we know that you're at the Sydney Home Show, 25th
Correct.
and 26th of October at the Sydney Convention Centre. People can come down and have a chat to you there about it to gain a bit more information?
Absolutely. I encourage them strongly. From our point of view, we'd love to sit down and have a chat with people and give them some information. We do have a lot of information we can also send out to them. So come and say hi. I'll be more than happy to have a chat with you, but also arrange for information to be sent.
So Barry, that's the 25th and 26th of October at the Sydney Convention Centre?
Correct.
9 a.m. till 5 p.m. both days. Now you have a stand, it's in the finance section in there, so it's actually not as their main doors go through, it's actually in the second set of doors.
We're about in the middle actually.
Fantastic. And there's a property investor expo and things, so there are information sessions centred around where you're at?
Yes, there's a couple of stands of lots of informative presentations going on during the course of the 2 days.
Fantastic. So if people do need information, that's either at the Sydney Exhibition Centre this weekend from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, or give Iden a call on 1300 334 336.